On a bright Tuesday afternoon, Maria asks her daughter how school was. Nandi tells her they had a class about the evolution and origins of mankind. Nandi wonders about her origins and asks her mother. Maria then brings out a photo album and flicks through the pages of Nandi. During this trip down memory lane, Nandi noticed an old black and white photo of a lady who looks very similar to her. "Who is that?" an excited Nandi asks. "That's your grandmother, Sizani, in our ancestral home in South Africa," says Maria. Nandi can't sleep at night. All she can think about is Sizani and how she wishes she could have met her. She wondered if Sizani liked the same things as her. She took out the photo and gleamed at it. At the moment, she wished she knew her own roots. All of a sudden, her mind is in a completely different place. She looks around to see the terrain completely change in front of her. A vast, glorious South African landscape stands before her. A herd of elephants and giraffes graze the land and she is astonished. She noticed someone next to her. It's Sizani, the same age as Nandi. They look almost identical, with only Nandi's pyjama and hairdo differentiating between the two. "Come on, we've been waiting for you," says little Sunny as she takes Nandi's hand. Sizani shows Nandi around. They roam Sizani's favorite spots and meet a few of her friends. Then she decides to take Nandi to her grandmother, Nandi's great-great-grandmother. Sizani takes Nandi to a palace and the two little girls are greeted by a beautiful South African woman. It is in a surreal moment when Nandi learns that her great-great-grandmother is in fact the queen of the KwaZulu region of South Africa. "Come, children, we have a feast to be prepared," she says. Nandi is astonished to see the colorful spread of mogodu, boboti, pap, and lots of more on the table. They have a feast of South African delicacies before Nandi decides to go to bed. Sizani sits around her bed, waiting for her to sleep. She fades away as Nandi goes into a deep sleep. Nandi wakes up in her own bed at home and is extremely happy with her dream. In the morning, she tells her mom all about it, and now she wants to know everything about where she comes from. "Books! There must be something that can tell me more," says Nandi as she finishes her adventurous tale. She goes into the library and searches endlessly until she finds a certain book which could be the key to her questions, The Voices in the Shadow. Nandi noticed the lady on the cover. She looks a lot like the woman in her dreams. The book tells the stories of black women in history, but also tells the stories of black women in tech. Nandi can't stop reading as she discovers more encouraging stories from black women in tech who look like her. She takes the book home and shows it to her mom, who surprises her with a bubble tea, just like the dish in her dream. They both have a taste and Nandi continues reading the book with her mother. She feels a boost of confidence and knows truly how unique she is and can't wait to turn more of her dreams into reality. Like Nandi, would you like to be inspired? Well, discover the stories in The Voices in the Shadow, which is now available for you to read.